Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel and welcome to a brand new video. This is another continuation of the What If series. The series where we rank 3 a meme tier champion specifically, and there's a lot to go through. I think there's going to be like one every week. There's probably more to fit actually weeks until they get buffed, because that's the thing, one day they'll get buffed. But what I want to do is take them out to rank 3 as a 6-star here on the CCP beta and see what they do, how they do, if they do, and do they do doo-doos? Because let's face it, a lot of them are pretty stinky. Now the thing is, Miles is a pretty weird character because it has a very weird ability. And also I thought I'd do Miles Morales because we've just had the release on PS5 and PS4 respectively of this is a lead character for a game, which is great to see. But at the same time, yeah, MCOC wise, not so good. There are some really cool and weird interactions, mainly with the signature ability and the Venom Blast. And the Venom Blast need to be specific to whatever champion class you're facing off against. Which by throwing the SP2, it will, as it says here, Miles' unpredictable Venom Blast has a varying effects based on the champion class. The chance to activate Venom Blast is increased by up to 12%. The smaller the target is, which is kind of like, most champions are going to be larger than Miles Morales. So, against Science and Cosmic champions, the stun of opponent for 2.5 seconds, a 65% chance, which is just, it's not good. Tech and skill, 6% chance to power drain the opponent, removing 28% of the opponent's max power. Not too bad, but it's like 60% as well. It's like, ugh. And the same thing with Mystic and Mutant, whereas 70% chance to fatigue the opponent's reducing critical rating, which, to be honest, means absolutely diddly squat when going up against certain champions. So there's already not much going around for this champion, and having SP1 being weakness, it's not great. But what I decided to do in order to have a bit of fun with this character is I put Suicide Masteries on, and I thought, hey, do you know what? Let's give it a crack and see if there's any good damage potential. Now you're joining me at combo 115. Why is this so important? Well, what I decided to do is let my fingers off the screen in a moment from the pointer when I go into a block. And again, something to highlight with this is the evade side of things. So I am getting hit for a reason. I don't like being hit, but I get hit because I want to find out how good the evade is. Similar to the likes of Black Widow, Deadly Origins, when you take your fingers off the screen, you allow the evade to take place, and you kind of put trust in that to work. This is one of those examples, and then I just go, right, well, I'm losing a bit too much health. Oh, that's nice crits there with it, but it's not super substantial. We go into the last section of grind, and even though I've got this kind of power sting on, this power sting is from a synergy, which I'll briefly talk about in a minute once this fight is played out a little bit more longer. But it definitely is a case that I'm like, oh, this is still the same problem. We don't see any huge gravitas of big yellow numbers. We're certainly not seeing anything with big debuff numbers, and especially with the ability, the champion's ability to go invisible, the champion's ability as well to absorb things like electrical or kind of kinetic energy and then emit it out in some kind of shock-based narrative is just not there in any great prevalence. And I think that from a big amount of hype from the Miles Morales game and as well into the Spider-Verse, we don't see this in game, and I think a lot of us players would love to see this buff, especially because I've seen this a lot out there on Twitter. Many people have hit me up going, we need to see a buff for this. And do you know what? I completely and I 100% agree with you. Even though these are Suicide Masteries and damage outputting what I'm damage outputting, it's not great. You're not going to rank 3 this champion as a 6-star, especially if you're going to see the likes of 209 hits. That ain't good. That ain't good at all. When I was putting this video together or having the idea for it, I was kind of hoping there would be more of a modern synergy in place, and it's really not. I think the most modern one that I could find that's been done, it's Stealth Suit Spidey, which comes from last year. There may be one that I've completely missed off, but nothing that really benefits the champion in any great regard. Having a Stealth Suit Spidey on the team, a synergy team, allows their special attack 2 to get the power sting, which we saw, but it's just not potent enough to then add any debuff damage to the champion. Likewise with old synergies, it's just old hat when it comes to just improvements. And even adding things like increasing attack with other champions like Venom isn't enough to save this champion. Could you do Heimdall synergy in order to improve the element of damage output? Maybe, but it's just a case, it's just lacking. And my kind of 2 cents on Miles Morales is indeed for this what if, is it needs, it's not what if it gets buffed, it's like it needs to get buffed. Because it's just not good enough as a champion. 209 hits as a rank 3 6-star is pathetic. You can play the champion any which way. And this is with Suicide Masteries. Non-Suicide Mastery build would probably not be seeing any great amount of numbers that we've seen in this video. So yeah, what if it was a rank 3 6-star? It's not good. It's really not good. It's kind of like putting into that Moon Knight territory. And as I said, I had to abandon that video and I deleted it because I was just like, this, I was so not into it. But with this champion, as much as me being into it and interesting, and there were some nice little yellow numbers. I think on one SP2 we were seeing amounts close to about 30,000 damage. But it still is not good for a rank 3 6-star. It's a bit pathetic. But yeah, that has been a little what if. I'm not going to say, look, let's test out some other content because it's just not worth it. It really is not. But it is interesting to find out where we are with numbers, and definitely this champion needs a buff. Yes, thank you everybody for watching the video. Please check out some recent content which is on screen at the moment, and I'll see you all very soon in the next video, whenever that is. Bye-bye.